hard to find parking, so I'm walking into the hospital now to get this taken care of up here on my head. And woo, look at that.
So this is it. This is where I started writing. It's a small room, but we had a drum set back there. We had a piano right here, an upright piano.
I took a fall last night, and that's why I got a bandit in the middle of my head. Absolute worst place in the world to get a little cut.
Another keyboard over here. We had a couple of... And in the summer, when you got 4 or 5 guys in here sweating, no air conditioning, jamming till 5 in the morning. And I was looking through some old stuff here. This is like 40 years old. I'm 54, so this is 40 years old. And I found some horrifically sad lyrics here, but believe it or not, we had started writing in the first place. It was just passion and inspiration and little knowledge. And I think that's why I got into short films, because I'm ignorant about short films to a large degree.
The thing about ignorance is I feel sometimes we sit in ignorance because it's comfortable. I loved to paint. I was not very good at it, but I did paint for a while. I did oil painting, acrylic. I even did some driftwood art, which was great fun. I wasn't trained in it. I was very ignorant about it. That first moment when you're exploring the newness of a new genre in art is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Which is why when I say with short films, I'm enjoying the experience of short films right now so much. But I could remember when I directed those first shows, having very limited experience in theater and really not knowing what I was doing as far as directing. It was awesome. It was like I was a kid at the candy store, just like couldn't get enough. And I wanted to learn. And I was ignorant. I didn't know what I was talking about. I remember lighting, people coming up to me talking about lights. I had no idea. Like, where do you want me to hang that can? I'd be like, we're hanging a can? Where are we hanging a can? Like, yeah, we got 4 cans to hang. I'm like, we're hanging 4 cans for the show? Really? This is interesting. No, I'm not even kidding. I'd be like, why are we using cans? Shouldn't we be using lights?
I never took the plunge into filmmaking, but seriously, until very recently. But there's something to be said, I think, for exploring and being curious and being ignorant in art. It's tricky. Anyway, this is where I started writing. As you can see, it's all boarded up now. A lot of memories. This is actually pretty cool. There's a whole box filled of, remember these cassette tapes? This is what we used to record on. I used to take one of these cassette tapes and put it into a Clarion 4-track. And we would just bounce the tracks over and over and over again. It would start to sound horrific after a while, but that's the way we recorded all the songs back then. And then you'd send them out to producers and A&R guys, and they would wind up in the garbage. Nobody listened to them. No, I mean, I probably came up with some ideas right here. That's where we rehearsed in there, and this is where I grew up. My first song's right here, actually, in this area. Went in there.
My music has always been influenced by John Williams and Bill Conti, instrumental music.
And it was a lot easier before I really knew the rules. Once the rules got into it, I think my music became a little boring for many years. Actually became a lot boring, because it was a lot about making it structurally correct as opposed to what it sounded.
So anyway, my head is healed for now, but you can see it's a pretty big gash there.
Because I'm ignorant about short films to a large degree. I directed a lot, but I never took the plunge into filmmaking, but seriously, until very recently. But there's something to be said, I think, for exploring and being curious and being ignorant in art.